Hello on your Saturday. Hope your day is off to a great start on this weekend. Thanks for checking in with us here at Atlanta News First Plus. You're looking outside over Midtown Atlanta where it is warm but cloudy. We've got lots of things to talk about today. Thanks so much for checking in. I'm Megan Packer. Let's get this up and running here. I'm Megan Packer here with Atlanta News First Plus. Lots to talk about today with your forecast and your news headlines. We'll bring in First Alert meteorologist Courtney Jacobazzi here in just a moment to get you updated on this forecast. And wait till you hear it. We're really talking about a tale of two very different days between Saturday and Sunday today. So she'll have all of those details coming up in just a minute. Right now, I'm here with some of the top news stories that we've been working on overnight into the morning hours today, including this. I'll pull up some video from last night, a shooting investigation in southwest Atlanta involving two brothers. One of them died, the other was injured and taken to the hospital. And right now, Atlanta police are looking for a group of people they say shot the two men, killing one of them. The double shooting happened in southwest Atlanta on Greenbrier Parkway around 8:30 last night. Police say it appears two groups were fighting and it led to gunfire. Several suspects took off, possibly as many as 5, according to police, and now they are trying to track them down. They are looking at video evidence, they say. The brothers who were shot are in their early 30s. One of them died on the scene. The other was taken to Grady Memorial Hospital. Police were clear to say this appeared to be a targeted incident. They do not believe it is gang-related. They also said there is no danger to the public right now. But again, they're still looking for this group of suspects that ran away from that scene. A Metro Atlanta student athlete missed out on Olympic team trials because of her religious head covering. Jamila McBride wrestles at Life University in Marietta. She wears a hijab, a Muslim head covering. International officials have banned hijabs, saying that they give athletes an unfair advantage and are a safety risk. She was denied the opportunity to compete yesterday in the U.S. Olympic team trials in Pennsylvania. There is an online petition to allow her to compete. She has the support we heard from her teammates and her coaches at Life University. She says her fight is not over, so we will continue to follow her story there at Life University in Marietta. Workers in Chattanooga, Tennessee at a Volkswagen plant are voting to join the United Auto Workers Union. They voted last night. The National Labor Relations Board said last night that 73% of the people who work at the Volkswagen plant in Chattanooga, Tennessee, want to join the UAW. The vote had an 84% turnout. It is a big win for UAW because that union is trying to organize workers at auto plants all across the country. And not only that, but they are now most of the non-union plants are in the South, and so they move on next to Alabama. It's organizing a vote next month at the Mercedes plant in Vance, Alabama. That's about 40 minutes from Birmingham. In Cobb County, more books are banned from Cobb County libraries. Let's see, we heard from the Cobb County superintendent who says that the 4 additional banned books are It Ends With Us, Perks of Being a Wallflower, Lucky, and 13 Reasons Why. The district says it reviewed the books and found each one had lewd, vulgar, and sexually explicit content. Cobb County is the same district, you may remember, where a teacher, Katie Rinderly, was fired last year after parents were upset that she read a book to her 5th graders called My Shadow is Purple. That book is about a non-binary child who doesn't identify as a boy or a girl. Well, people seem to be pretty excited about a new trail coming to an area of the Chattahoochee River in Atlanta. It'll make it easier to walk or ride your bike along the water. The city approved a 1-mile trail that would start at Standing Peachtree Park and end near Marietta Road Northwest. The trail has a $6.5 million price tag. Most of that money is for a steel bridge that needs to be built to cross a creek. Work on that trail is supposed to start in the next few months. We'll talk about a fantastic day to get outside and maybe go hit the Chattahoochee and all of the many trails. There are just so many opportunities to get outside and enjoy it because it is a picture perfect day out there. So I'll bring in First Alert meteorologist Courtney Jacobazzi here in just a moment. As we look at this Midtown shot, you'll see that the clouds have moved in and the sun is peeking out from behind it, and the temperature is really already up to the 70s. We hit the warm temperatures already this morning. So I'm Megan Packer. Thanks so much for checking in with us here at Atlanta News Plus. That was an update on some of the top news stories, and now it is time to talk about your weather. So have a great day. Our team will be back tonight, and as always, Courtney and I will be in tomorrow morning as well to update you on what's happening on your Sunday. So we see these clouds right now. Don't be deterred. Don't let them scare you. Courtney says it will be a beautiful Saturday, and this is nothing compared to what we're going to see tomorrow, Courtney.
No, absolutely not. Thank you for stalling for me. I had to get my clicker. It's something that's very important in order to show you guys the forecast. Anyway, yeah, cloudy out there right now, but that's going to be kind of the best part of the weekend is that we'll experience some cloud cover. So get ready for what I call a 50-50 weekend. You have one day that's nice, the other day that's not nice. And let me tell you, we're going to go through 2 different seasons within a time span of 48 hours. If you read the description on our little YouTube description, 20-degree drop, if not more than that, by the time we go from this afternoon into tomorrow. Let's talk about it. We have lots to cover. We're going to start with just kind of a general overview of what to expect. We have a warm and mostly dry day today. Some of us could see a few passing showers or storms. I'll let you know who in just a second. Sunday is our first alert weather day because of the cold rain. Temperatures are going to drop drastically. It's going to be a really dreary day, unfortunately. Did I sell that to you? Doesn't that make you excited for Sunday to roll around? Listen, it's an excuse for a lazy Sunday, if anything. And then the week ahead, or mostly dry, I should say, and mild. Let's talk about what's going on out there right now. Clearly partly to mostly cloudy. We will see sunshine kind of on and off throughout the day today, but very warm. Temperatures generally in the low 70s, a couple of spots still in the mid 60s. If you are headed to anything today, Chamblee Art Festival, Sweetwater 420 Fest. We have the Braves playing this evening. A handful of other events going on. I can't even name them all. Crawfish Festival over in Smyrna. Lots going on. Here's a look at the forecast through the afternoon. So by 2 o'clock, again, mostly cloudy, upper 70s. Now, I will say, and you'll see this in our afternoon high temperatures, if you're north of Atlanta, you'll end up a little cooler today. So take these numbers and subtract a few degrees. If you're south of Atlanta, you'll actually be a little bit warmer. Again, this goes on from 2 to 9 over on Peachtree Road. They have kind of a swath of that shut down for all of the vendors. Go check it out if you want something to do today. Again, upper 70s through about 6 and then mid 70s around 8 o'clock. Here's a look at those afternoon high temperatures today. So again, low 70s north of the city. We had a front move through Friday morning, brought us that early morning rain and a few afternoon thunderstorms yesterday. Well, that's now stalled to our south, kind of over Macon in central Georgia. And so the closer you are to that front, the more cloud cover you'll have, the more moisture that's trapped in, and you'll also be a little warmer because that cold air just isn't spilling in yet. Now, north of the city, though, that cool air is starting to spill in. So low 70s for highs today north of the city, 80 for Atlanta, and 80 south of the city. Now, tomorrow, we do have that rain moving in, a first alert weather day. That's our way of kind of giving you a heads up that, hey, the weather is going to change. It's going to impact how you have to go about your day. So 9 a.m. and noon, rain will be widespread. That will continue through the 3 o'clock hour, and then we will dry out for the evening. So again, I know Sweetwater 420 is going on all weekend long. Second half of that event looks fine. Also, of course, Braves have a first pitch at 7:20 tomorrow evening. It'll look good for that as well. Here's that front to our south. We have showers kind of rolling along the southeast from east to west, or west to east, excuse me. This morning we've had a handful of showers and thunderstorms across the southeast. None of that's really going to impact us with the exception of maybe a stray shower or storm late tonight. Places like Haralson County, Troup, Meriwether, Butts, Lamar County, Coweta County could get in on just a stray sprinkle, maybe a rumble of thunder. Not expecting necessarily anything severe. I think that's going to stay in central Georgia later today. But nonetheless, if you're south of I-20, you could have a quick passing shower for your evening. Now tomorrow, that's when the rain really rolls in. This is the warmest part of the day is overnight. Notice some spots still in the 60s, a lot of us in the mid 50s. Temperatures will actually cool through the early morning hours. Look at this, widespread cold rain. Temperatures upper 40s to low 50s by 9 o'clock. So you're headed out to church tomorrow morning or getting up to go grab breakfast. A cold, widespread rain, heavy at times. As we head through the afternoon, we'll get another swath of rain. So it's not going to rain for all of us all day long, but you will notice that kind of steady stratiform rain, especially within Metro. North of the area, maybe a few periods of the day where you'll dry out, but for the most part, it is going to be an on and off rain through the day and a cold rain at that. Again, you're noticing temperatures not leaving the 40s and 50s tomorrow. Maybe a rumble of thunder. And you might be saying, how are we going to have thunderstorms if it's not going to be warm? Well, our fuel for those storms isn't coming from the surface, from the heat. It's coming from the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere. We'll have a little bit of energy to work with in our mid to upper levels, which is good news because that usually doesn't result in any kind of severe weather. So we're not worried about severe weather. We might hear a few rumbles of thunder, but it's not going to concern us in the severe weather department. And then thankfully, by 5 o'clock, look at this, rain starts to push east of 75. So for most of Atlanta, points northwest, starting to dry out. East of 75, you still have to deal with the rain. By 7 o'clock, we're all dry and we'll stay dry through the remainder of the evening. Picking up about a quarter of an inch to about an inch of rain or so, so maybe some localized flooding in the roadways, not necessarily super concerned about flash flooding. Behind that, we get quite cold. So Sunday morning, we're going to wake up in the low 50s, around 8 o'clock or so. And then we'll end up in the 40s Monday and Tuesday morning. Notice the normal low 54, so we'll be several degrees below average. You'll definitely need the thicker jacket on Monday and Tuesday morning, and then we'll bump right back up into the 50s by Wednesday with overnight lows closer to 60 on Friday. So we'll warm up nicely through the week, and in fact, most of this upcoming week looks great. Just got to get through tomorrow. Tomorrow, hands down, the dreariest day over the next 7. Again, just an excuse to have a lazy Sunday. We love a lazy Sunday. 80 today, mostly dry, a little cooler if you're north of the city. We'll see partly to mostly cloudy skies, maybe a stray thunderstorm south of I-20. Chilly rain on Sunday takes over starting overnight. That will continue through about 4 or 5 o'clock, and then we'll start to dry out with temperatures in the 40s to 50s all day. We'll wake up in the 40s Monday, highs in the low 60s Monday, so the coolest day of the work week, and then we'll go back into the 70s by Tuesday with highs approaching 80 degrees again on Friday with maybe a stray thunderstorm, but for the most part right now this upcoming week looks dry. And then next weekend we still have a couple of questions or kinks to work out, I should say, but it doesn't look like a washout right now for next weekend, maybe a few showers possible. We'll worry about that when it comes. We got to get through Sunday first because that is going to be quite a doozy. It is going to feel like spring today and winter tomorrow, so just hang on. And just stay inside tomorrow. It's just an excuse to stay inside and catch up on that show that you've been putting off for a little while. So, all right, everyone. Thanks so much for spending some time with us today to get your news headlines and your forecast. Get ready for that first alert weather day tomorrow. A widespread cold rain on the way for Sunday. So needless to say, get out and enjoy the nice and warm afternoon today. And we'll catch you here next time.